Yeah, man, like you you can't say that Hamas took it before they flew Mario Karts into the music festival. He's like, you guys have been great partners, but you
yes,
can't.
I can, and I did.
Hey everyone, welcome to Ajay and Nathan Discuss Movies, a show in which we discuss movies, both old and new. Today, Nathan is unfortunately out, but have no fear, because I did watch a new movie this past weekend, and that movie is titled Bugonia, directed by the one, the only, Yorgos Lanthimos. The film is about two individuals who are hell-bent on capturing this CEO of a burgeoning tech company because they believe that she is an extraterrestrial sent from outer space to destroy the human civilization. This film is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, as I've stated previously just now. He is responsible for the films such as The Lobster, The Favorite, Killing of a Sacred Deer, Kinds of Kindness, Poor Things. I watched his recent film, Kinds of Kindness. That was the film that was released last year. And I wasn't the biggest fan of that movie. I had my issues with it. I watched Kinds of Kindness recently on Friday night, directed by Lars von Trier. Great movie. Sorry, Yorgos Lanthimos. Sorry, I didn't like it. I mean, let me rephrase that. It made me infuriated. It was a 3-hour movie that felt like a 10-hour movie. Couldn't really sit with the characters, couldn't really sit with the settings, couldn't really sit with the story in and of itself. So heading into this film, I had my concerns. I thought it was going to be Kinds of Kindness 2.0, and it was anything but that. I really, really, really enjoyed this film. Bordering on loving it, I thought it was an amazing film with some incredible performances, namely Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone. It is a remake of the 2003 South Korean film Save the Green Planet. I did not watch that movie, but if anything, if this film is a testament to anything, it means that I gotta go and watch that movie because there's just so much to explore with this topic. I thought it was an amazing film. The performances were amazing. The cast and crew were also really good. The film was shot on 35mm on VistaVision cameras with an aspect ratio of 1:51. And when you watch it in the theaters, it's very much a cinematic experience. It really is. The colors are amazing in this film. I know I sound like a second grader when I say that, but the colors were amazing. The cinematography was also really stellar. And above all, I thought the humor of it all was amazing. In my screening, when I watched it on Saturday, while I did laugh during the movie, it felt as if the audience was quite stiff because a lot of the jokes were quite dark, to say the least. There's a moment in which Stavros Halkias keeps alluding to the fact that he diddled Jesse Plemons' character when he was his babysitter, and the more he does it, the more I couldn't contain myself while listening to it. But for some reason, it didn't really play in the room that well. I may have watched it in a more urban area, so maybe they don't really enjoy that kind of stuff. But I thought it was amazing. I thought the movie was definitely well worth my time while watching it. And I heavily implore you guys to go out and see this film. I really do. A few positives that I have in terms of this film. I mentioned the cinematography. I felt as if the pacing of it all was amazing. A lot of times when you're watching 2-hour movies that deal with drama and high-stakes situations, it can kind of lag. It can kind of make it feel as if you're watching a film that is never-ending. But with this film, it definitely felt as if each moment had its own purpose, and that Yorgos was not just throwing anything against the screen, seeing what sticks. It felt as if he was quite rigid in his approach. He was quite methodical in his approach, and it really showed out on the big screen. What I also really loved about this film is that it really delves into the inner complexities of who we are as people. And I felt as if the overall intellectual battles that were being taken place between Jesse Plemons' character as well as Emma Stone's character throughout this entire film were well worth the price of admission. There are a few scenes that we can really get into, but I don't want to spoil anything. I feel like this movie is a film that you got to go in blind, but certain scenes that I particularly enjoyed, and for those that did watch the film, maybe you can also attest to this fact as well. I felt this with the dinner table scene was amazing. The intellectual battle between those two minds was just amazing. The electrocution scene in particular was also really stellar. And the ending, where a song is being played and you just see heads being rolled everywhere, if I can borrow the Yeah 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 song, heads will roll. I mean, I thought that ending was just amazing. And if you are an individual that doesn't really enjoy the absurdity of films or the absurdity of an ending, you may not enjoy the last 30 minutes of the movie. If there's any negative that I would give to the movie, and this is not my negative, but this is a negative that may be common for the common average moviegoer, there's a decision that a character makes near the end of the film. I would say the last 30 minutes of the film, that sort of shapes and changes the trajectory of what the film was intended to be, and it gets into a more cartoonish lens. And for me, I didn't have an issue with it. I really enjoyed the fact that it was able to appreciate the depravity of it all. I was able to appreciate the depravity of it and appreciate the absurdity that Yorgos was putting on screen. But there is a decision that a character makes, and through that decision, it devolves into something even more nefarious and even more sinister, while also being quite humorous with its dark humor. And a lot of moviegoers may not enjoy the ending of it. As a guy who loves cynicism and as a guy who appreciates the cynicism in life and in movies, I thought it was well put together and I thought it was a deserved ending. But that is a concern. And for your average moviegoer, I don't think they will necessarily enjoy it. While watching this film, I definitely got Eddington vibes from it, in which it was able to handle more mature topics, but do so in a way that wasn't necessarily black and white. There's a level of complexity with this film, and it makes sense because Aster did executive produce this film. So, all that is to say, please go watch it. It is well worth your time. The budget is 40-50 million. It's going to be very tough to see if this movie is going to make its money back. I hope it does. I really do. But as we all know, Hollywood budgets are crazy and it's never the truth, right? Whatever Wikipedia says is the budget for a movie, double it, because chances are that's not really the actual budget of the movie. But yeah, I thought this was an amazing movie. Definitely go watch it. Definitely go see it. Yeah, and there may be a few nitpicks here and there, but overall, I do think that this movie is well worth your time watching. And I think we need to support films that are original, that are playing on the big screen. Because generally speaking, when you go to the movie theaters, it's generally sloppy IP stuff that is just there to make a quick buck based off the name that it's making a movie off of. And that is antithetical to what art should be. If anything, art should be about originality and authenticity, and I feel as if Yorgos Lanthimos is a testament to that. And to be able to support Yorgos Lanthimos, especially with movies that are like this, that are currently creating conversations, I think that is very important. This is not a film in which you just watch and then give your opinions on right after you watch it. This is a film that you kind of have to stick with and be a part of and really sit with the characters and the settings that you're being thrown into. So all that is to say, please go watch it. And if you do, let me know your thoughts on the movie. So yes, that is it for today. The bookshop has been updated with new picks for the new month of October. So be on the lookout for those books. You can see the bookshop link over here, as well as the two books as well. But other than that, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week, probably with a guest. Who knows? Maybe Nathan. We'll ask Nathan. But yeah, that's about it for me.